Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Monday, September 28th. I am your host, Scott Labrie, and joining alongside me, as always, we have Uncle Teabag, Tyler Sunt.
Hello.
And all day, Eric DeShane.
Hello.
Back in Uncle Teabag's Tavern after a week away.
Yes.
Home sweet home.
That's right.
You miss the dank smell after a while.
The dank smell. The dank smell. Yeah, no. It smells musky.
It's a little musky.
A little musky.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't necessarily smell good either.
It has a smell, though.
Yeah.
It's something.
So yeah, we're going to talk about first video game movies, specifically the Mario movie.
God.
Got its cast announced last week during a Nintendo Direct. So Eric, you got the cast in front of you. Why don't you do a quick rundown of who's who?
For the main hero Mario, we've been on our left. Actor Chris Pratt will be playing the voice of Mario. But
out of left field on that.
Little left field, yeah.
bit.
But as Shigeru Miyamoto says, he's a pretty cool dude.
He's a pretty cool dude.
Yep. And then we have Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, which doesn't matter to me that much. That's hit or miss, no matter.
Yeah.
Sure.
Charlie Day from Parks and Rec and Pacific Rim as Luigi, which that's one of the few I am alright with so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then probably the last keynote here is Jack Black as King Koopa himself, Bowser.
You're missing two though.
Oh, no. Sorry. Seth Rogen as well as Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And Keegan-Michael Key as Toad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And didn't think they'd be as important.
So it's going to be like a
that's
sassy character? Told you to be sassy?
Oh, hell no.
He's always kind of like a screaming kind of guy.
Yeah, but Toad has I don't know. That's the thing with my thing is we've grown up with these characters for our whole
Variations
lives.
of him, I guess.
There's been voices of these characters and something different. Sure, go with that. But like, why? Unless to me this is a movie made by a studio executives, not by people who have any desire to see a proper movie with proper characters. Just like, yeah, we can make a movie now. Let's make a movie. So that's how I feel. It's kind of going this way. I don't know.
You guys seemed a little down on the Chris Pratt as Mario thing.
I mean,
they're going to be talking normal?
Yeah, that's.
Or is he going to have it's me, Mario? Is he going to be like that?
He put out a Twitter video where he's talking about how like it's a dream come true to him because he used to go to the arcades and play Donkey Kong and steal quarters out of the Wish Fountain to play Donkey Kong.
Sure.
So he's like, oh, that's cool. He's like, it's me. He's like, that's not the voice. We've been working really hard.
Okay,
that's not
that does make me feel a little better. If it's not just going to go, hey, I'm Chris Pratt, I'm going to be Mario. It's a me, Mario. How's that? It's like, no, that's not what we want, right? So,
hey, it's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario. Like, oh God, no.
Because I get definitely when you think of who's going to play Mario, the thing it's like, yeah, you might as well pick Charles Martinet, the guy who always does all the voices,
right? Right.
But also I get it's Hollywood, you got to Hollywoodify it, and
that's
get
exactly
names behind it so people go out and see it.
But then again, too, you could put anybody, people will go see it because it's freaking Mario.
True.
That shouldn't be a thought even, right?
True.
So it's like, it's.
I'd be curious to see how it goes. If it's just like a regular rescue op, like they got to save the princess from Bowser, and he's got to go to Donkey Kong Land, whatever, to get Donkey Kong to come help out, whatever.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Other ones,
the story, I'm excited to see the story, but the casting's a little weird to me. But you know what? We've seen movies where the casting was a little bit out in left field, and it turned out
all right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so. I mean, all the rest of the cast, I don't see Charlie Day. I'm curious to see how that one goes.
I would have thought Charlie Day would be a good Toad. Toad.
That's a good point. Yeah, he'd be a perfect Toad. Because
Toad's always
totally
screaming,
screaming, high pitch, high energy kind of character. Oh hell yeah, that's a perfect casting choice.
Or who's that purple Waluigi or whatever his name is? That tall
Waluigi Wario. Here's my thought. Waluigi Wario is going to be in the sequel. They're going to be. In the sequel.
Definitely.
Okay. They're probably already writing it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's besides that, Jack Black as Bowser, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
That's
probably fine. Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah.
And then Donkey Kong and
Bowser
Seth
really
Rogen. I was like,
voice.
that's a weird cast. I'm like, why Donkey Kong just be like this laid back dude? If you not watched a cartoon show growing up, that's how he was on that too.
Yeah. I wonder if Diddy's going to be in there too.
Oh god.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see it. Yeah. I'll definitely watch it.
I say next
Mario,
tweet from Chris Pratt now. Okay, I'm going a little more cautiously, but I thought for sure it's going to be this is going to be Chris Pratt talking normally as Mario. Like,
Yeah.
no more Mario voice.
Because I did have like the initial thought, like Chris Pratt is Mario. Like, first of all, like it wasn't like that's stupid. It was more or less like
what? Yeah, it's
like
Yeah.
if you had to pick an actor, it's like Chris Pratt would be a long way down the list of like before you got there. You
For
think.
sure.
But then also it's like, who do you pick? Who would be Mario? I don't know. But like also like the way I saw it, it's like, you know, do a Mario voice right now. Like, it's me, Mario. It's like, that's all right. Yeah. And that's like me never really professionally work on it. Like I'm sure he could do an okay imitation, and he could be working for months like refining it with the guy who does the Mario voice.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I'm sure he'll probably get pretty close to it by the end.
Right. Yeah, unless they skip the accent altogether, who knows? Unless he has just like a light accent. It's me, Mario.
That's something.
This to save the princess or something like.
But that too, I was like, well, will they even do something like that? Because maybe now,
or is it just going to be all whitewashed?
In today's culture, it's like, should we want to tiptoe around the accent or?
Yeah, he's a cartoon.
Yeah. I know, yeah. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
But yeah, well, I'll go watch it.
I mean, yeah, I'll give it a chance. But I mean, if it all they have to do is beat the original Mario Bros. From 1994, which is not a hard hill to pass. So it's only uphill, I'm sure. So yeah.
I'm just saying, let's reserve judgment till we get a trailer. And
I think the majority of people were just so shocked of the choice. Not, like what? Like, not angry, just more confused, I think would be the general term.
Until the first trailer comes out. Just like Sonic did, and everyone's like,
no! Well, change it. Sonic looked so weird.
Did he even get a trailer, or did it get a...
It did.
Did they get a trailer?
He got a trailer, and everyone saw how he looked, and they were just like...
Right, yeah.
They were like, what the...
Yeah, that's right.
Because they did have that first, like, image, and it was like, is this real? Like, he looks as, like, human proportions, and then, the trailer did come out.
Yeah. The redesign I like now. I like those.
Oh, it's way better.
Way better,
for sure. Yeah. Still don't have any interest in seeing it, but
yeah. I mean, I think the whole concept for that was like, we want to make it more realistic. Well, yeah, sure, but I mean, you're trying to make a cartoon character realistic. It's gonna be tough. Just have the cartoon character in the real world. Like that's nothing new or different, and it can be
trying
fun.
to make this animated character more realistic.
Yeah,
in a movie that's about a super fast hedgehog.
Yeah,
right, from a different dimension.
Yeah.
If you want to make him more realistic, make him this fucking big.
Right?
Stubby little legs.
Yeah.
Little blue.
Yeah.
Little blue rat. What the hell?
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, through that Mario movie casting news, we thought we would take a swing, talk about a video game movie that we want to see be made. Mm-hmm. I think we have kind of done this topic a little bit before.
Mm-hmm. A
little bit probably.
But we also want to come at it with our own casting and see if we can maybe shock some of each others with. I picked Zelda, and Chris Pratt's gonna be Link. Just kidding. But who wants to go first and share their?
I'll go. Mine's pretty short. I'll put my first here. Yeah. So mine, of course, is my favorite movie. My favorite game is Titanfall 2, and to me, that the single player campaign in that game is it's almost made for like a holiday movie because it's very action focused and it's linear and it's easy sort of tell too. It's just pretty much it's just you have the IMC, which is this big military fascist dictatorship taking over the universe pretty much, because it's set in like the year 25 for like way in the future where there's warp travel and giant mech robots that can fall from the sky and warp in, right? So it's a little futuristic. So
which is cool.
It's just always cool, yeah. And then you have the IFC versus like this rogue militia fighting for independence. And then the story is you have Rifleman Cooper, who is becoming a pilot, training, kind of behind out of the books, kind of doing it secretly with a fellow pilot to become a Titan pilot. So he commands a giant fighting robot, pretty much. Yeah. And it's called Titanfall because the Titans fall from their orbiting ships in space, and they can fall down to the sky, to the earth, and fight from there, right? Yeah. So,
and you don't really want to be a rifleman because you're just running around while there's a giant ass robot. Exactly.
So he's training to become better, and so like he becomes better. Then shit goes south in one mission, ends up becoming a pilot through some less than fun means, but it goes through that way, and becomes friends with this unit called BT 7273. I forget what it's called. Just call him BT, the robot. And they piloted. It's pretty much a buddy cop movie, way it turns out to be, where it's the pilot and this AI controlled robot becoming more and more like sentient and understanding how things work and who he is, and just fighting along this mercenary group throughout this whole planet to stop it from collapsing. So it's an easy enough story to kind of make into a screenplay. But the gameplay, I think, would be really good to put towards the movie because it's very fast-paced, high energy, high explosives, and like large spectacle too, because you have these 10, 20-foot tall robots fighting and just shooting and being incredibly physically demanding on the battlefield, where it'd be so well done.
It's like Transformers if Shia LaBeouf could run on the walls and shoot guns.
Yeah, there's grapple hooks. There's grapple hooks. There's warp energy. There is all this stuff going on at the same time. So to me, it would be great. Like it reminded me a lot of Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh,
like that same kind of framing to how it could be. It really did very well. So it's that same director. I wanted to find the name, but I couldn't find it in time here. Like he did a fantastic job, I think, of how that looks. I would want that look and feel almost of that.
That's Doug Liman?
Yeah, I just pulled it up. Douglas Liman, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, a great movie.
Yeah.
And but my first main character was going to be to play Cooper, was Oscar Isaac. I thought that'd be a good little role for him.
Oh, yeah.
But the more I thought about it now on the way here, I'm like, oh, he's kind of old though. And to be a rifleman, you kind of have to be like a little younger on the totem pole, right? So for him to be an older guy, I'm like, oh, that would work still. It could pass by because I thought, well, then he's just Poe pretty much from Star Wars. But I mean, Poe was in his 30s as a character, so I mean he could still fly as that kind of age range, right? So but I think Oscar would be a good fit for that one because it's very much he does have his helmet on, so you don't see the face as much, but I mean this works well for the Mandalorian, so why wouldn't it work in this situation, right? So just have him running along walls, shooting grappling hooks, jumping into his robots and ripping one out of the other opponent's cockpit. Oh yeah, it could be incredibly fun to watch. Incredibly high energy for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a big blockbuster.
Yeah, it has that potential. If there's a few hoops to jump through if it ever does get made, unfortunately, because EA being EA, and so and the whole story behind Respawn and how that's going belly up now. So yeah.
Well, they're not really going.
No, it's their IP is kind of going a different direction than what they wanted it to. That's pretty much it. Yeah,
there'll be one eventually. Titanfall 2, Titanfall 3 will come.
I would hope so, because Apex Legends is their main cash cow, and they don't have no intentions of getting rid of that anytime soon. Which does suck.
Yeah, but it doesn't require a whole lot of development to keep that going.
That's
either,
true.
So they got to be working on something.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah.
Besides another Star Wars game, but I think they have like 2 teams there now. Mm-hmm. So is it just Oscar Isaac, or is there any other?
That's all I can think of at the moment, because all the other characters in that game aren't really like
noteworthy.
Not worthy. Like
you do like a Paul Bettany as BT or something. Like that?
That's the one it is. Vision, right? Or,
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't thinking him. More like a more robotic, like maybe like a Paul. Not Paul Welker.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, voice of Optimus Prime.
Fuck.
Yeah, Peter Cullen. Yeah, like that style, like very a more robotic and more lower tone voice than like something more along that lines there. But besides that, for other human characters, like there is, I forget her name, like the militia leader who's this one woman, the other scientific officer from the IMC. There's the 6'4", like some super soldier pilots, but that's pretty much it. You don't see a lot of other people in the game.
Not a lot of people interaction.
It's more
just him and his.
It'd be just
Titan.
him and BT is the whole game. Yeah, so. There's missions where you have to go one way, BT goes another, so he kind of goes his own way. You're on foot, going through this maze and running along like pylons and everything else, and you meet up back in the middle and just have a big Titan fight, and I think it could be like stuff like that, right? But
You gotta add a female into here if Hollywood demands it. Who are you gonna put in?
They're like, we don't want a male voice for the Titan. We want a female voice.
No. Just need to put a female character.
Yeah, Brie Larson as the
be like a love interest. Well,
I can't think of her
Oscar
name.
Isaac's running around. She can jump in the thing.
She can play the badass.
That'd be a good one. I can't remember the name. They modeled her after that old World War II poster where it's that woman with the red bandana saying like we can get it done. That's like they pretty much modeled like that image into like the character in the game. Right?
No.
So like, as someone along that could fit that. It's that kind of personality. You'd be all you really need for something.
Emily Blunt, the Full Metal Bitch.
Yeah.
She's got like the exosuit and the red bandana, and she's just like badass.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it'd be the same idea. But I mean, just all she is in the game is just like the person you meet up halfway through while you're fighting the militia, anyways, right? So you kind of go from a grunt to like the first lieutenant, pretty much, because you're only a survivor off that one mission. So like you're an important dude, pretty much, right?
Right.
So, yeah. So so they kind of get jumped up to the rankings right away. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, there you go.
I'd see it.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Who would you get to direct it?
So yeah, Doug Lehman.
Oh, Doug, you said that already.
Yeah.
Never mind. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Making sure.
That was for me. For a movie like that, I'm more concerned about how does it look over who's in it, because that's one where it would focus more on filming and proper like cinematography over anything else. Where it could be because given a symmetry about Transformers, like they're shot decently for their action scenes. They're cheesy as all fuck, but they look pretty.
Right.
Like, yeah.
What about Maverick, Pacific Rim guy?
Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah.
Yeah, him too.
Ooh,
but
that
I mean,
would have a whole different feel.
That would be, yeah, which I wouldn't
very
mind
Guillermo
though.
del Toro kind of feel, but
it
would be out there like heavy, like thick with,
And
like even like the way the Titans. Well, I'm trying to find the right word, because when you watch Pacific Rim, the first one, the way the Titans move, like the Jaegers move, and they hit buildings. Then you watch the second one, and it's just like
it's different because
they're like gravity doesn't mean anything.
That was Guillermo del Toro's like intention when he made it. He wanted to make them feel
like the way they
real.
walked and like
And he made the effort
and it's like
to frame
And the
everything.
Titans are kind of like that in the game, besides like the
the
dash.
hydraulics.
They're
and
hydraulics.
stuff.
They're very still robotic movement, but they're still fluid in certain ways. And
Right.
They still kind of bounce around on the field.
Because there's different classes of Titans too, right?
Yeah.
There's like there's the
heavy-
fast ones, there's the heavy supports, whatever, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think he'd be really good for that.
That'd be a good choice too, as well. Which I wouldn't mind too, because it'd be more practical effects in that movie, which I would not be against at all. So, yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
good call, dude. Good call.
I like it.
I'd watch it.
Titanfall would be good.
Let's get this on the floor.
Yeah, you never played it, but you played it. And you enjoyed it.
I didn't beat it.
We all played it.
I didn't beat it, but I
We played multiplayer for a while, a few times.
Oh shit, I know it.
And I didn't think it was that bad.
No,
It was a little fast paced for me. I'm just like,
I like it.
But
It reminded me of Modern Warfare 2, like that speed in Time to Kill. It was very similar.
like Advanced
to that.
Warfare reminded me of quite a bit, but which I liked
But
actually.
I find the Time to Kill in that game wasn't as, it was a little more even too fast sometimes, and either too slow or too fast. Where it's like I'm on a tear and then can't. Stay
I watched
alive.
you play it a whole bunch.
Yeah,
It was pretty fun. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's pretty epic. Like when the fucking Titans start falling and shit starting to get like crazy. That's just like, whoa, that's just cool.
and then I love the kill scenes too, because you can just stomp on one, like grab their cockpit, rip them out of it, and like squish them, like holy.
Yeah, grab the pilot right out of the cockpit and just.
Yeah.
Which would be, Guillermo del Toro would be all over that.
Oh,
Make it R-rated. Oh.
Or when they like eject out, and you just have the. You just shoot them out of the sky.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That'd be a scene,
Red
yeah.
mist.
Eject.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nuclear. That'd be cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
You want me to go next, or you want to go?
Well, mine's really short.
Okay.
So I'll go next, and you can finish off. I'm doing Resident Evil, even though it's been done already.
3 times.
They have to. The new remake hasn't even come out yet. By the guy that's doing like 47 meters down.
Sucks. I'm just kidding.
Huh?
But it already sucks.
It already sucks.
Yeah, I can feel it. I'm gonna
Do it
watch it
again.
anyway because it's Resident Evil. I'm gonna have to, because that's just the way I am. But no, they have to stick to. So if we were to do it over again, do it the correct way.
Yeah.
Which is like when you first play it, you don't know really what's happening or why it's happening. You just know like it's terrifying. It's in a mansion. You know, they've got like the whole, you're confined, you're trapped in this place, and there's like weird, elaborate like mazes and traps and Jill sandwich wall collapse and shit going on. So I'd want it to be really horror oriented, where it's like you're discovering everything, like you're kind of like behind the, like pick one character and follow that character throughout, so you're learning as they learn too, and you can come to your own conclusions and blah blah blah. Maybe throw in a few twists because it's been done before already and the game's been remade even too. So what I would like to do is I would have the original game story and add the remake story, like add the Lisa element into it, because I thought having that Lisa character added into the remake was like, holy shit, just made it more like gut-wrenching and just like really fucked up to show you like how terrible this corporation is. And just like the different levels of the fear that you would feel in this game, because at the start it's just, you're in this mansion, there's all these walking corpses, they're super old, like from the 60s, they're falling apart, like what the fuck happened here, right? And you're trying to figure it out, and then you're losing contact with your guys. They would be set in the early 90s like the game is. And yeah, you'd have to find a director. Like the director that I was thinking that would be really good for this would be Alexandre Aja. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's a French director. He made The Hills Have Eyes. He made Crawl, the alligator one. So he knows how to do visual effects. He did Horns, with Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah.
So he knows how to make a good commercial film. He knows how to make a really over the top, gory, like terrible. But he's really good with characters, and really like focusing on them and what drives them, and basically making you care about these characters, and does a really good job with that. So I think that he would be really good for that. And he just has like just such a really good eye for effects too. But he likes practical on top of that too. So I think that'd be like really good. And so for casting, what I thought would be pretty good, like for Jill Valentine, at first it was Anya Taylor-Johnson. At first I'm like, no, I think, because then today I actually watched again Zombieland, and I think Emma Stone would be really good.
Oh yeah,
as Jill Valentine.
Yeah.
I think she'd be really good because she's still got that kind of like, she knows her job, but she's still kind of green. But she's with the team, and they're checking out Bravo team's helicopter, and I think she'd be really good, like playing, like being scared, and but also being tough enough to persevere through all this shitty circumstances that she's going through. And then for Barry, the only guy I could think of immediately was David Harbour. He would be perfect. He's got the beard, he's trusting, but even though halfway through he has his own agenda too with Wesker in it. But he's doing it against his will, obviously, right? But him and Jill are really, really close. And the hard part for this game would be choosing who to follow in the game, because there's two main characters you choose from in the very beginning. You got Chris Redfield, who's basically like he's kind of a veteran. He's the tough guy, the hero kind of guy. And then you got Rebecca Chambers, who's also in there too. She's kind of helps him out too throughout their really young green medic. For Rebecca Chambers, I was thinking Ana de Armas, Scott's favorite. Ooh. Oh man, she's in Knives Out. She's the nurse that was taking care of the old man. Have you seen that?
I've never seen that yet, no.
What else is she in? She's in
Blade Runner 2049.
She's the AI companion. She's just young, innocent, and like really smart, and just like
the most beautiful woman on the planet.
Most beautiful woman on the planet. Yep. She would be perfect for that, I think. And she would play that.
Oh yeah.
So for the characters, you would have to add some of the elements from Chris with, even that it's tough. I think it would have to follow Jill. And if you did a sequel, you could do like an alternate of the movie to make it like a 2-movie thing,
like Letters to Iwo Jima,
exactly, and Flags of Our Fathers, Flags of Our Fathers, and then Iwo, like just from 2 different perspectives on what he sees and what she does too. And for Albert Wesker, I was trying to think of somebody that's like blonde, arrogant, kind of like don't know what's going on with him. I was thinking Anthony Starr from The Homelander. That'd be pretty good. I think he'd be really good. Yeah, because he's got that cocky, arrogant, like does whatever he can, just like sadistic, but he fits very controlled and
the
whatever.
physical profile too, as well, like to a T. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. And then for Chris Redfield, he was really tough for me because they casted him in Resident Evil Afterlife. As he's from Prison Break. He's the younger brother that's breaking into prison. And he actually played Chris. So it was either going to be him, let him try again, because he was really good, or it'd be Scott Eastwood. I know it's a weird, out of left field.
No, it's not.
Because he's got that gritty, he's kind of like, whatever.
I can see that.
I'm still kind of hit and miss with that choice. I'm not too sure.
The only problem with that is I just see his dad and everything he does. But I mean, as a character, he'd be fine. Yeah.
But he's got that like, the brave hero type kind of like, let's get this done. We'll figure it out. Whatever.
Yeah.
If I had to pick for Chris Redfield,
who?
Chris Pratt.
Okay. You know what?
Pretty good at
that's not bad.
That's not a bad one.
Unironic.
As much as I don't want it to be him, that would be a really good choice. Yeah. Chris Pratt would be really good for that.
Scott.
Yeah, for sure. And and then there's other characters in there too, but that can be whoever. Like when you got Kenneth, like the guys that you find the camera footage, the ones that died earlier on, that are kind of the Bravo team that's scattered throughout the mansion that you discover their bodies and stuff, whatever. That can be whoever. And then for Brad Vickers, I couldn't think of who Brad Vickers would be. He's just like a chicken shit. He's the pilot that basically abandons everybody when shit goes south. He flies away and they're like, where the fuck is he going? And then it's like, run to the mansion. So you run to the mansion and they're kind of trapped in there. But and then for music, the composer I think would be Bear McCreary. He does the music for Walking Dead, and he just has that really like strings, but also like deep brassy horror ambience. Like his He'd be really good, I think, for that. And it would have to be a strictly horror scared, not rushed. Don't rush it. Like, make it have that kind of like Silent Hill had, where it was slow paced, but there's a lot of build up and build up and build up and lots of like, not sure what the fuck's going on kind of thing. Oh, you're looking at
I didn't know
there's new screenshots.
There's screenshots, yeah.
Oh, she's in Crawl.
Yeah.
Speaking of Crawl, she's the lead actress in there.
Yeah. She's playing Claire Redfield.
Who's the guy? Who the fuck is that? Oh, it must be Leon.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrible casting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Leon S. Kennedy.
Leon S. Kennedy. But yeah, that's what my movie would be. I think Emma Stone and
See, I
David
think
Harbour
for the one
would be a
coming
great
up here,
team. And
for Chris Redfield, they have Robbie ML, which I think is actually a pretty good casting choice too as well. I do see him in that. So
yeah, I can see that.
Arrow's younger brother.
Yeah.
He was in that Amazon show.
Yes.
It's just too bad it's that director.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna let him. I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Give it a chance.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's my casting for Resident Evil.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd want it to be.
With you behind the wheel, apps.
Well, no, not with me, but like just having this guy and just having like
you're the one
Hollywood
making this, right? So,
producer.
yeah.
Oh, if I'm the producer,
Yeah,
it
you're
would
the one-
have to be.
Yeah, if you're the one calling the shots,
Like
fuck
if there's fucking like ropes and stunts and high flying roundhouse kicks, you're fired. Find somebody else. I don't want none of that shit. I want people that are like not knowing what the fuck's happening and they're like they're terrified.
Want fear. Yeah.
A lot of fear. Like I want to
see
be
a zombie fucking running around here.
Yeah, if I see zombies sprinting, if I see fucking
because that's the one thing if you can nail down that claustrophobic feel,
that's what it is.
that's all you got to nail down with that
Right.
series. And it's like that feeling of you're trapped, you're screwed. Just
Even
do what
if
you
we
can to
add a
survive.
couple new members to the Star team that's there and they get caught in some of these traps too, just to really send home the grotesque, scary shit, do that.
Yeah.
Add some cannon fodder in there. We gotta
Yeah.
throw that in there. You gotta have the weird plants, you gotta have the hunters. You could probably get rid of the shark part, maybe, but
Oh, that was a good part.
that
though.
was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That's a great. That scared the fuck out of me.
The snake was scary too. That's tough. But
I don't like the shark. I don't like sharks, and that was like.
But the underground tunnels, like the mines and stuff, that part was really creepy too. Like you'd have to have all those elements. It'd have to be like a 2-hour horror film, but who's gonna watch that? So it's tough. It's tough. It would have to be.
Well, yeah, that's what we thought for the end. But a series like that, would that be more fitting for a series, or would that be a movie itself? Because
If you're just making it on the first one, well, what they're doing is they're making a combination of the first and second.
okay,
Is what they're doing now, and it's like,
that's
well,
too
you
much.
could literally spend an hour and a half on the first one.
yeah,
Like have the team.
Yeah.
At the Stars police department, they get the call like, hey, Bravo team's chopper just went down. We haven't heard from them. We need to send in Alpha team. We need to send you guys in. Okay. And there's like, the news reports of in Arklay Mountains, hikers have been found eaten to death, whatever. Like these rabid dogs are running around out in the mountains too, because it's like, it's all these creatures that are escaping from the mansion, right? It's like so it would have to be that and then go to there and then the big fucking kaboom of the mansion at the end. And then like showing Wesker survive somehow or whatever, right? Anthony Starr just being a cocky dipshit at the end and as Wesker. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I had a little trouble at first picking which game I wanted to be made
There's
into
a
movie.
lot.
I was like thinking maybe God of War.
Oh, but I mean, yeah,
But that'd be kind of tough to do.
if you do the first three, maybe. Ignore 4 and 5 because they're cinema movies already, right? You can't, yeah.
I guess, yeah. But the fourth, I don't really think of the fourth one because, no, sorry, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
There is a fourth one that
Yeah.
is God of War Ascension, which nobody talks about unless it's a thing.
I wasn't talking about that one. Yeah.
I know because I was like that threw me off. I was like, oh no, you mean 4,
Like,
which is the PS4, and
PS4.
5 is Ragnarok. I get you. But yeah. But what I did settle on was Mass Effect, which they might be making. Into
That
a
was
movie,
my other
possibly.
choice, yeah.
Ooh.
So I would want this to be actually made into legit. Like I want this to be made into like a series, like a Netflix series.
Yeah, that's
not necessarily a movie, but
Like a limited series.
If it were, yes,
yeah.
or not even limited series,
A proper series.
like a proper.
Okay.
Disney Plus.
There's 3 games
Yeah.
you can easily do.
Oh,
That's true. Yeah.
multiple
Yep.
seasons.
yeah,
for
definitely,
sure.
yeah.
Okay.
But I thought if we were to make this a movie series, a cool thing we could do would be put it on Netflix. Don't have it come to theaters. Do this. It's a Netflix movie, and it's kind of like this experimental thing where there is a male shepherd and a female shepherd. And they put out the two movies side by side, and on one movie you have Henry Cavill playing Shepherd, and in the other movie you have Emily Blunt playing Shepherd. And each movie would be slightly different, with being like love interests are different. Maybe a character might survive in one movie but dies in the other one, or the sort of thing. So that kind of like changes up. It's like, you get a reason to watch the other movie and just kind of see how it goes. And then when they make a sequel to it, and then those changes, it'd be super fucking complicated by the time they get to a third movie. But it'd be kind of interesting to do that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And you can't really do that in like regular theaters, so that's why I say do it on Netflix.
Right. Do it Netflix where they're both out there. Yeah.
Well, sorry, not to cut you off or anything, but like what makes me think of Final Destination, I think it's the third one, where you have choose your own adventure, make choices for the characters, what happens, and it's filmed like, oh, do you want them to like get off the roller coaster or stay on it, because you only have like a certain amount of time to choose, and then they die or they live. And then the story changes that way. Yeah. Something like that.
I was thinking about that too. Because
Netflix has that.
There's that and that Black Mirror thing also, kind of similar thing.
Exactly.
Where it's just like, but also it's like, I just want to sit there and watch the movie.
Right. For sure.
The same thing.
If I wanted to play, I'd play the game. Yeah. I want to
so it'd just be that'd be a cool thing to have. So yeah, Henry Cavill as Shepherd in the male version, Emily Blunt.
The female.
And that's the female
very
Shepherd.
good casting choice, yep.
Yeah.
Then we have Ashley Williams. And at first I thought Gina Carano would be a great Ashley Williams, but also she's a transphobe, so I don't want her to be in my movie.
A little racist.
But like also like that kind of fits the character of Ashley Williams, because Ashley Williams is very like xenophobic in those games.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't trust aliens. Ashley, how would you get the fuck off my shit, bitch? So I didn't pick her. I did pick Michelle Rodriguez as Ashley Williams. Technically, she's white in the game. Whatever, it's fine.
That doesn't matter.
Michelle Rodriguez, she's a butch lady,
and she's a badass.
It's
badass.
And she plays it pretty well.
Yeah, I'm fine with that choice.
So and she could be a little bit of a bitch too. If you've seen Lost.
She was like literally the only good part of Resident Evil, the first one. So so she played that character very well.
Yep.
Could be Ashley Williams. Kaden Alenko, he's another human on your ship. He is a biotic, so. I guess just explain what the plot of the movie is first. So if you guys never played Mass Effect, it's a sci-fi movie. It follows Commander Shepard. He's the crew. He pilots, or not the pilot, but he's the commander of the Normandy, the Human Alliance spaceship, and he goes to a colony that is under attack, or he's going there for a mission. He finds this probe. This ancient probe from an ancient deceased race, that's extinct race, and he touches it, and he gets visions of this evil alien race called the Reapers that are going to be coming to the galaxy and is going to destroy all of civilizations, essentially.
All sentient life, yeah.
All sentient life. And there's a bad guy called Saren who is working for the Reapers. He is he's a Spectre. So essentially all the galaxy races have a council, and they elect Spectres, who are just like essentially the black ops of the council. They have basically clearance to do whatever they need to do on
their
these
version of
missions.
James Bond, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Space James Bond.
Okay.
So Saren, he's a Spectre, and he goes rogue essentially, and he starts working for the Reapers. And in the first Mass Effect, Shepard becomes the first ever human Spectre, because humans are the newest race to show up in this galactic civilization, because we've discovered these Mass Effect relays, these giant constructions on the edge of our solar system that allows us to jump to different solar systems and that sort of thing.
Okay.
It's kind of complicated.
For quick space travel.
Yeah. That's,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They'll do like an opening crawl like Star Wars does.
Yeah.
No, or have a proper... who knows?
Yeah. That's cool.
It's a little dense heavy, lore heavy, but it's good though.
Yeah. So, and then...
it just is.
It is. It's very lore
It just
heavy.
is.
So that's why it makes better sense to be a series.
A series, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff there.
For sure.
But yeah, you have Kaden Alenko. He's the biotic, so essentially he has kind of like a telekinetic kind of powers sort of thing. And I would have him be played by Rahul Kohli. And I changed up his character a little bit because inside the game, he's kind of like more like he always follows orders. He's very like, yes sir, no sir, blah blah blah. But like, there needs to be a little bit more comedy. I think, like, involved in that sort of thing, maybe a little bit. I think Rahul will be pretty good.
Better choice. What's he in?
He is, well, he appears on Funhouse a lot.
Yes, Rahul. iZombie.
iZombie. He's in this new Midnight Mass show as the sheriff. He was in Haunting of Bly Manor as the chef or whatever.
Okay.
So I'd have him as Caden. Garrus, he is a Turian.
Turian, yes.
So they're kind of like these taller bird bug looking aliens.
Think Predator, but less creepy. They have the mandibles and everything else. Yeah, they're friendly and social.
They're friendly.
And they'll scream at you and wonder skull.
Yeah, and Garrus is kind of he's a cop on the Citadel when you first meet him, but he's very much like
sick of the mundane,
sick of the rules.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to go outside the rules because like if I could just kill this guy, he would stop committing crimes or that sort of thing.
More vigilante, which that's his whole shtick. Yeah,
and Turians tend to have like deeper voices in the game too, so I picked Kiefer Sutherland to be Garrus's voice.
Do the voice, and then someone for mocap, probably
somebody else to do mocap.
Yeah,
exactly. Then we have Erdnot Rex, who's a big tank of an alien. They're basically kind of like turtles if they walked on their hind legs and carried shotguns and shit.
Krogan.
And
if you
turtles holding shotguns.
Space alligators who discovered nuclear power and just blew up their planet. They're
Croxagolas.
They're basically like Spartans too. They're all about battles. They're all about war. So much so that like the Galactic Council had to essentially infect their whole
species,
race so that most of their newborns would die essentially, so because they would reproduce so fast and they gained big armies and they'd constantly be invading and fighting people. So they did some pretty nefarious shit to that stuff.
Instead of wiping out their whole race, they just make them infertile.
Let's just castrate them instead.
So chemical castration.
Not even that. It's just they get stillborn babies, which is even more.
Which is even more fucked up.
They should just make them all whatever. They have the technology to do that, but they can't make them infertile. But anyway.
And they have like super deep voice. There was like Shepherd, like
Shepherd.
So I was like, who should this be? So I immediately thought of Groot. So I was like, Vin Diesel, Rex. You could just do like his little shift on the voice, like they do for Groot, and he'd probably be pretty good.
Shepherd.
Or the guy that does Kronos or whatever, or from God of War.
He'd be pretty good too.
Boy,
Michael Clark Duncan would be my choice for that.
That's what I thought of right away when he said dark.
You can do the deep voice well, and it'd be a voice you recognize right away. I'm like, good choice. Yeah,
that would have been nice.
Yeah,
but Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Fuck.
I also thought of maybe a Dave Bautista too would be decent.
Oh yeah, they're going to. Yeah.
Then we have Talizor, which is an alien that they're always wearing like gas masks.
The full hazmat suit, pretty much.
Because essentially, like besides on their planet, they're basically allergic or everything else is toxic to them, essentially. And they always have like Eastern European accents too. So I thought I picked Mila Kunis because she can speak Russian, so I assume she can do a pretty good Russian accent, even though I've never heard her do one before. But then I also put down Maria Bakalova, which is the girl from Borat sequel, the daughter from.
Yeah.
She could.
I mean,
get Dua Lipa to do it. She's Albanian. She's got that accent.
It'd be along that lines. It'd be like Albanian. Like
Scott's like,
Palestinian, Israeli. Yeah,
exactly.
Like I almost thinking like more like a Gal Gadot. I always found them more like an Israeli accent or anything else. Like
Gal Gadot.
Like a Gal Gadot, or that was my always opinion with those.
Really? I always thought it's always
Russians?
kind of sounded like Russian-y, sort of.
Yeah, definitely Middle Eastern for sure. Yeah,
Borat-y.
Borat.
It does.
Yeah.
Then we have Liara Tassoni, which is Asari. They're a race of basically they're all female. They're all blue, and they have like instead of hair, they have like little tendrils kind of growing back there. And she's a doctor. She's very smart, but she's also like very like deadpan too. She doesn't like show that much emotions and that sort of thing. I would have Natalie Emmanuel play her, and she was in Game of Thrones. She was like the handmaiden to Daenerys or whatever. She had like the flowy hair, and she was also in like Fast and Furious.
She's the big hair, but
Okay.
yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I picked her. A few more here. Joker, he's the pilot of the ship.
Oh, come on.
And I picked Seth Green.
You have to.
Because Seth Green plays him in the game.
Yeah,
so,
there's one choice for that.
Yeah. And he's always like this wisecracking guy. He has brittle bones disease too, so he doesn't really do anything. But he's like the best pilot in the whole alliance.
Yeah.
Wisecracking jokes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Captain Anderson. I kept Keith David as Captain Anderson.
Gotta have the originals.
Gotta.
Great actor.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking badass. And then for Saren, the bad guy, he's also a Turian. So again, like you have to have kind of like a deeper voice kind of guy. I picked Jeremy Irons to be him. Good
And
bad guy.
That's a good one for it. Yeah. Because he does lots. He doesn't do much throughout the series or the game. He just mostly talks a lot. So that's what you want for something like that. I can do just like
He's got a great voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a pack of cigarettes. Work your magic. Work your magic, Jeremy.
Yep. So
You got this.
Yeah, man.
So there you go. That's
Good
my
choice.
cast.
I'd
I
watch
didn't
it.
really have a director. I don't know.
I would watch it.
That's a tough one because it'd be a series. It'd be multiple directors, right? So you
Yeah.
pick one for the pilot, and then they kind of follow that vision, right? So yeah. But yeah, definitely a series would be what you need for Mass Effect.
I prefer it to be that. But if they were to do a movie, go the weird route and make two movies at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, Henry, good take. Get Emily in there, do the same scene, and then
Yeah, God.
have a few extra scenes that are different.
That would
here
be
and
a
there.
long,
weird would that
long
be?
production.
It'd be like a huge money sink and that sort of thing, but it'd be fucking.
If it's
cool.
done right, it would revolutionize a lot of stuff, man. It would, yeah. But
It'd be made for everybody.
yeah,
Really?
Be like, damn, I gotta watch the other movie, see how it's different or whatever.
Right?
Or like you just like, I watched. Yeah, did you watch Mass Effect? Yeah, I watched it. It's like, which one did you watch? It's like, oh, I watched the
FemChap. Like what? It's like,
It's like, yeah, what did you think when Caden dies? It's like, what?
yeah.
Caden didn't die in my movie. What?
Yeah.
What was the thing? You have to go back and watch the other one.
'Cause, yeah,
That'd be weird.
Because I was wanting to
That'd be weird.
cast it for Kate. I'm like, I wouldn't even cast it because he never survives in my playthroughs.
Right.
Ashley Williams never survives my fucking playthroughs.
Gotta bone somebody.
Because she's always like, why are we letting aliens on this ship? It's like, cause fucking Ashley, we're not all racist like you. I can trust a goddamn alien.
Oh, and then it's funny too in the second one. She's like, "You're not Shepard." Like, oh, she's like, she hates you all of a sudden now because like you
I hate
died.
Ashley so
You
much.
died, and then like, well, they survived. They saved you. Like you're a clone pretty much, right? But you're still Shepard. And it's like, I don't trust you anymore because you're working for Cerberus. It's like, no, I'm not. But all right, fuck you then, bitch. And then third one, she still hates you. Like, what the fuck? Like, I did everything right, and I'm still wrong.
No matter what you do, she just hates you.
She sucks.
Yeah.
Huh. You gotta have characters like that, though.
Yeah.
You have to.
That's why I was like, make it Gina Carano because everybody hates her.
Anywho,
All right, well, there you go. That's the podcast. A little bit longer.
That was great, though.
That
was fun.
A little fun one.
I learned a lot about Mass Effect tonight.
that's surprised you never played that series.
You need to play that game.
Yeah.
Man.
I know I do. I know I do. It's on sale, actually, right now, too.
Yeah.
On PlayStation.
You and Carly would like.
Oh, you would like that,
love
yeah.
like just watching that too, like just while you play it.
We actually saw that Man of Medan, like the Dark Pictures anthology, is on sale. It's like $16 per game. And it's the same as like Until Dawn, where you make the character choices. And it's actually 2-player. So you can actually have one person controlling all the actions of one character, and you control the actions of the other ones, like make decisions for them.
Oh, cool.
And they like, so you can play through like single player or, and where you control everybody's decisions, or you can pick one character. So I'm playing it, play through the first one. We jumped like 3 times in the first one already. Fuck, I love it, man. It's so good.
Like now, stuff like that is blowing my mind because now we're able to have even more cinematic video game moments like that. Because
dude,
you couldn't tell that kind of story in a movie that's made for a video game only, right? So, yeah,
And there's like actors that are in there, like mocap actors, all on. Like it's, frick, it's so good. It's so good.
the lines getting
Love
blurrier
it.
and blurrier every year, and it's a good thing.
For sure.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for watching on YouTube. Like and subscribe if you're listening on a podcast service. Subscribe to the feed, give us a positive rating, and head over to our Facebook page. Like the page, drop us a question for Ask Us Anything Monday, which is next week.
Do it.
So get those questions in.
Thank you, Cameron, for this topic, by the way.
Yes, thank you, Cameron.
Yeah, this was a great topic.
But yes, thank you, Cameron, for submitting the topic.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a topic that you want us to talk about, submit that too on our Facebook. Yeah, we'll be back here Wednesday. Adios. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.
See ya.